Questions?
Yeah, Frank, what did you see in that first quarter out of that starting lineup when the gap started to grow?
Yeah, well, this team with their movement really challenges your defense, and you have to be on point. And they're very unique, very similar to Golden State's type of movement. That's what we saw when we played these guys in the finals. Your defense really has to be connected, and we just had a few too many breakdowns, and they made us pay with everything. Even when we had solid defense, they hit a tough three. So give them credit for coming out strong.
Flip side would be, what did you see out of the groups that got back into it and kind of combining those together? The lineups have been at the mercy of injuries and such all year, but are you starting to get closer to seeing some things that you know are working?
Yeah, every game there's lessons, and I want to credit the guys that competed in the second half. We held them to 44 points in the second half. Obviously, it's too late, in terms of what we gave up in the first half, but we stayed believing in each other, and we're able to cut to a 26 point lead down to 4, and just weren't able to close it out. Yeah, I don't want to get into the design of the play for future opponents, but it's not Talen's fault for that turnover. We have pressure release options in place that weren't presented to him.
Frank, obviously, a lot happened again, but I want to focus a little on Trevor. I understand that he missed a lot of time this year. Are you guys still trying to play him back into rhythm? Is that been some of the thinking? And
Yes.
And just how bad of a way?
He's going to come around. He had a tough night. He'll come around.
You mentioned the defensive activity was better as the game went on. What does that mean? What were you guys actually doing better?
Well, our smaller lineups have been struggling defensively, so we're incorporating more switching, and in particular with off-ball action. And this is, with Golden State, the best off-ball movement team in the league. So it's challenging, especially when you have a guy like Duncan Robinson, the threat that he carries. So we tried a couple of different coverages when the first one wasn't working. And like I said, like you guys have to be really connected and reading each other on the fly at high speed and with a very small margin for error. And that's what you saw with the way the Heat made us pay in the first half.
Frank, what's the plan for AD over the next couple of days before the next opportunity, I guess, for him to play on Tuesday? And when he does return, will it be a no restriction set situation?
I don't know that yet. And, tomorrow he's going to get some work in, and we'll see how his body's responding. We'll make decisions at that point.
Russ obviously was fundamental. What do you take away from this game tonight? And it seemed like a really strong scoring game for him as well. Is there something that you see about the looks he took tonight that build some confidence?
Yeah, well, we want to continue to encourage him to attack the basket as much as possible, and he makes great decisions when he gets there in terms of whether he has the finish or whether he has second side threes. I think he found several shooters on 3-point shots, painted great situations, but also was efficient finishing at the rim. And that's what we want from Russ, to continue to attack. And in terms of the comeback, he's one of the great competitors in the game. So the competitive spirit showed up during that comeback.
Frank, you mentioned belief that kind of that he still has it. I guess how important is that for you to see enough of these programs kind of as this team has gone through ups and downs first 7 games, that there is still a belief that down 26, the game isn't over. Played through the finish line. Seems like even in the past week, that seems like.
Yeah, for sure. This group believes in one another. They know that the 82 game season, even if everyone was healthy, it was going to take a long time, potentially for them to gel and to learn each other and build a connectivity. And with guys in and out, it's been delayed, but the belief in each other has remained strong. And the goal is to continue to grow every day and build the habits that are going to give us a strong run down the stretch of the regular season, and the habits that are going to win for us in the playoffs.
Avery, what did you think was working defensively as you guys made that comeback and a little bit kind of two past games compared to how you started the game and how you said?
I think the main thing was the intensity. It was just a little too late. We not only dug a hole for ourselves, but I think when we try to match their intensity, the referees, you know, I would say they weren't really ready for our intensity. It was almost too late when we tried to raise our level of play, but we were able to switch 1 through 5, and I feel like it made the game easier for us. We were able to make easier reads on the defensive end, and we're able to get stops and get out on the offensive end and make plays. Yeah, it's fine. Just been dealing with it for a few games. I'm fine though. Yeah. I mean, those I can't really control that. I try to make the best play I could for our team, and that's trying to get LeBron open. I think the referee noticed the play and called travel right after. So, but like I said, we can't control those. That play, one play didn't can determine the game. And we came out with the intensity we had in the second half at the beginning of the game. I feel like we would have won tonight.
Avery, what's sort of the attitude though? Yeah, I mean, I guess where do the defensive leaders sort of think about where this team is at on that side of the ball right now? Consistencies, their intensity, how frustrating is that?
It's frustrating. I mean, everything you just listed is how we feel. Everyone in the locker room. We have to be tied together. I feel like we're up and down. We're not learning from our mistakes. And as a veteran team, as a team that, you know, is looking to go far in the postseason, I feel like we have to correct our mistakes and learn from those. And we just have to play better. And it's unfortunate, but tonight I like our fight, but it was too late, like I said.
Do you think that's why?
I don't know. I think a big part of it is just our effort from night to night. I think on this team we have a lot of talented players, and we all have to buy into our roles. My role is to go out and play hard on defense every single night. There's nights that I feel like I'm not, and I want my teammates to be able to tell me so I can bring that. Malik is a scorer. We need him to score every single night. Melo makes shots. I think we have to understand what we all can bring to the team and bring that every single night and put that energy into each other. And I feel like we can turn this season around. We can win games, play better, more consistently, but it's going to take that. It's going to take guys being able to sacrifice, understand what they can bring. And yeah, I know you guys probably been hearing that, but I think if we do that, we can be the team we're supposed to be.
We've heard all year. I mean, obviously, you guys have been holding you guys really throughout this whole thing. What's going to be the biggest benefit of getting that? Aside from the fact he is obviously a consistent player, but what is going to be the biggest part of that? And then what kind of confidence does his return, which appears to be on the horizon, give you that you can make kind of run?
I mean, as a player of 80s caliber, it's always good to, you know, have him on your team. And we can't wait till he comes back. Hopefully he can bring that energy on both ends of the floor for us. I know that he's more than capable of doing that. We just have to make sure we put him in great situations. Hopefully he can be that anchor for us on the defensive end. And like you said, we can turn the season around because we have all the players. We have a great coaching staff. It's just our job to go out there and make sure we execute every single night. And we're not doing that consistent enough.
Obviously, with this game, talked about Russ's potential that last 4 minutes. Since then, you've seen him. You think the 2 games have been response to that moment, or is his sort of approach been consistent through last 2 games?
Yeah, I think Russ is a professional. Whatever comes his way, I think he's prepared for it. And, you know, he went through that moment and respond to the next game. And he's going to continue to do that. He's a competitor. So I know he's going to go out there and compete every single game. And it's our job to make sure that we continue to keep him confidence, because he can bring so much to this team, and he's been doing it. And like I said, we just need to all bring it more consistently, and we can win games. Cool. Thank you, guys.
Russ, if you're just talking about the intensity that you thought you guys played with, just maybe came a little bit too late and as you kind of made the comeback as a team first quarter. Did you see it that way, or was there something else that goes well?
Yeah, I mean, we just started off a lot too slow, but picked it up a little too late. And our intensity, our sense of urgency was a little late.
Russ, what about Miami's offense, the way they made difficult for you guys in the first half, and where did you improve the most?
Just play harder. That's it. It was just play harder, and that's when we decided to play hard. You see the difference. It doesn't matter in this league. It doesn't matter what a team runs or what it is. If somebody's playing harder than you, you will know right away. And then that's that. And then when we decided to be able to step our intensity up on both sides, rebound the ball, defend, run, play the way we supposed to play, then you see the results.
Russ, why doesn't that happen?
I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if we've been chasing it or not, but I don't have the answer to that question.
AD is very close. It does mean around the changes again. But what are they going to need?
I think it's whenever you get a player like AD back, it definitely changes your team, not just on the offensive side, but defensive side. He's able to do things that people can't do at his size, and definitely gives the team a boost, get a chance to be able to see everybody on the floor. At least, hopefully as we kind of move forward towards the tail end of the season.
Avery mentioned the switching defense really kind of gave it easier. I was wondering if your view on that change.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good adjustment. For the most part, we did a good job of executing it.
So, back to AD. How do you, I guess, 17 games without him so far. How do you look at this stretch you guys have kind of had to endure without him? And you know, you're pencil right around that 500 mark. I mean, you feel like you kind of managed to survive that stretch. And then two, do you feel like some of the problems you've endured in that time, to what degree do those just automatically get resolved?
Yeah. The first question, I think it's hard to tell because a lot of those games, it varies because some of those times Brown was in, I think missed some, and then some other guys missed some games. It kind of varies. That's a difficult question to answer. And the second one, it's the same. Like, not one person going to change every aspect of, what we're doing. And I think for us, it's also going to be an adjustment for everybody to kind of get back into the rhythm of playing with AD and AD as well, getting his wind back, getting his conditioning back. That's going to be a process, and it's our job to be able to make sure that we can help him through that process.
LeBron, I know with AD, we don't know for sure if he's going to play next game, but just wondering how much you think various different things you guys have got going on, having a top 10 guy like that comes back. how much that fixes things, how much helps you, how much it sets your path for the rest of the season versus what
Well, I mean, anytime you get a talent like that, it comes back to the lineup. It boosts our team. You know, not only physically, mentally, spiritually, everything. You know, you get a big time player like that on both sides of the floor. So, like I said, there's no pressure when he decides he's ready, or when the doctors and his staff tell him he's ready. But we look forward to when he's in the uniform again with us.
For a night like tonight, he comes out, he plays 2-2 before the game, but then he doesn't go. What did you think you guys did early in the game, or didn't do, that ended up kind of turning around before it was too late?
Well, I mean, you give up 39 points in the first quarter, 69 at half is not ingredients for us trying to win, on the road versus a very, very well coached team. And they shot the ball extremely well from the 3-point line to start the game. We didn't close out on their shooters. So they set the tempo in the first half. We play even basketball with them in the third. In the fourth quarter, we played the type of basketball we want to play, but dug ourselves too much of a hole early in the game.
LeBron, what's the biggest frustration? I guess in a bigger sense, more than halfway through the season, should something.
We just had too many breakdowns. And versus a team is this well coached, you can't have multiple breakdowns throughout the course of a game, throughout the course of a possession, throughout the course of a first half or a quarter, because they're gonna make you pay. There's a lot of teams in this league, at times won't make you pay for mistakes, but they are not one of them, and they made us pay every time. We did play, extremely hard. I thought for the majority of the game, but I thought we executed our schemes more in the second half. Guys had their ears open. We was listening to commands, and we were acknowledging those and validating those commands. So put us in position to get stops, keep bodies in front of us, and clean glass when they took either perimeter shots or in the paint.
What have you kind of seen from him this week in terms of kind of handling
I don't know. I mean, he's just being himself. That's all. I feel like it's every game is whatever you've seen in Russ. I've seen him just be himself. That's all. He was attacking, pushed the tempo, got guys in position. He was great with the basketball, and we just tried to match his energy. Oh, Joe. How you doing? You grew your hair out a little bit? And mine is going the other way. Yeah, mine is going the other way.
Hey, I think this is your first game here since you led the Lakers to the title. Obviously, that was not. But now that you're not in the pressure of that moment, what was it like for you, from your perspective, to be in that final? How did you handle that?
I knew it was going to be probably one of the most mentally challenging sets of games, because they know me and I know them so well, or I know Spo and Spo knows me so well, and I knew that he would try to take everything away from me that I do well, and I just tried to get into the mind of his on what he wanted to do to help his team win a championship. And it was just, it was basically like playing chess. I just know that versus a Spo team, when he has, time and multiple days and hours to prep for a team and prep for an individual, he's one of the best. So I knew I had to do that even more on my side to make sure that my guys were prepped and understood what was going on, because I already knew the type of series it was going to be.
Ron, you've taken on so much, especially from a scoring standpoint over the 17 games that AD has been out. Frank said before the game, one of the many advantages of getting him back will be the ability to sort of spread out the workload a little bit. How do you view that, and how do you view kind of these 17 games that you guys have had figured out, survived that?
Well, it all depends what the workload means. Did he explain what the workload meant? Yeah, so I mean, it could mean a lot of stuff. So I don't want to jump on what he said because I don't know what he was referring to.
Okay. The spirit of the question I asked him was, you know, if not that you can't handle it, but if it's ideal for you to be needing to score 30 points a night, 35, be in some of these games.
Well, that's just how the games have been going. I don't need to score 30 a night, but I'm in one of the best zones offensively I've been in my career. And I don't plan on stopping it. That's just how I feel. I feel fantastic, shooting the ball extremely well from the field. I didn't shoot the 3-ball well tonight, but all 8 of them felt great. Shooting efficient from the free throw line. I'm shooting efficient from the field. Very efficient at the rim. So I don't go into the game saying, oh, you got to score 30 or you guys don't have a chance to win. I just play the game, and the scoring has just been happening organically. So workload, I don't know. I was 18 years old saving a franchise, so I don't understand.
Just in particular, Jimmy, the matchup that you had.
Anytime you play in this game throughout your career, there's certain guys that stick out that you know when you step on the floor, there's going to be maximum effort every possession, and that's from both sides. And you're going to win some, you're going to lose some, but the respect after the game is always going to be, you know, it was fun and exciting and to be in that matchup. And that's been like that throughout Jimmy's whole career, every time I've matched up with him. And I say throughout his whole career because I've been in the league longer, obviously. Every time we've matched up, no matter what uniform he's had on, I had on, we've always battled it out. So nothing but respect for a guy that brings it every single night, brings his hard hat, punches his clock, and leave it all out on the floor.
Last two, I think Jordan Richard on Zoom.
Hey, Brian. Wanted to ask you, just going back to when you guys were down 86 to 102. I mean, in the last 5 minutes, you guys were down 86 to 102. You make a lot of plays that's not on the stat sheet. You know, one, you being a role man and attracting a lot of defenders to you. Then also you made a lot of plays with you cutting to the basket, attracting a lot of defenders to you. Just wanted to ask you about making those type of plays and what that does for your guys' team, not even just stat plays.
Well, I mean, it's a heavy workload to do that throughout the course. No, I'm just, it's just my job. It's me understanding that throughout my career, I've always attracted a lot of eyes, no matter what I do. If I'm handling the ball, or if I'm setting pick and rolls, or if I'm cutting, I'm going to attract not only the defender that's guard me, but multiple eyes on the back line of defense. And it's just a numbers game. You know, if I can get 2 more guys along with my guy, then we got a 4-on-2. We got a 4-on-2 on the backside. If I get 1 more eye, then we got a 4-on-3. So it's just a numbers game. And after that, you trust your teammates to make plays. And they were doing that when we was able to make that comeback.
What does that matter? What does that mean? How much do you think about it? The legacy is for probably about 10 years ago. So, not like it's going to mean that probably that she went to the hall or something. As you get closer to the end, get closer to things where nobody's gone. What's that stuff mean?
I mean, as I've continued to climb the ranks, it is natural human to look at it and see where you are and see if it's even possible, see if you're capable. Obviously, health plays the most important part, and then just continue to give your everything to the game. I've never, cheated the game. I've never, wanted to feel like I was content. I wanted to continue to get better. And I am, like you said, I will be within 2,000 points. What do you say? Soon? Soon? Well, yeah. Well, listen, we'll see what happens. I've never chased a record in my life. I've never sat down and said, okay, let me see if I can get this record. Let me see if I can get that record. A lot of times when it happened, I'm just as surprised as like my family members who hit me. They actually sit before me because they see it on the TV or either through a game or, social media. They hit me and I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't even know, like the other night, I had no idea that I hit the 30, 10, and 9 until I saw it after the game. And my mom was the one who sent it to me and congratulated me, which was pretty cool. So along the way and along the journey, if you're able to hit milestones and things of that nature, and you're able to, put your name in the record books, and you're doing it with, the love and the passion of the game, and you're having fun, and you definitely, take it. One thing I have not ever had an opportunity to do is kind of sit there and live in the moment when things have happened. Kind of, I'm weird about those kind of things, but we'll see what happens. It's one of those things that you never think could possibly happen, up there with Big O's triple-double record. And I'm with the guy who broke the record now, as one of my teammates. So, I think it's just, it's a great thing to be in such an unbelievable league and know the history of the league and so many guys that just paved the way for guys like myself and my teammates. And hopefully I can, be in conversations with the next generation where they're saying it's just great to be in a conversation with a guy like him. So appreciate it.